Sometimes the most painful truth is also the most liberating. The universe doesn't want you to be with someone, not because you're unworthy, not because you failed, but because your soul is ready for a deeper evolution. Imagine this. You're standing in front of a closed door, knocking again and again, waiting for it to open. Yet behind that door, the silence feels heavy, almost sacred. You feel abandoned, rejected, maybe even punished. But what if that silence is not rejection, it's redirection? What if the universe is whispering, not this way, not yet, not here? The universe doesn't conspire to make you suffer. It conspires to awaken you, and often awakening begins when something, or someone, is removed from your path. That loss, that breakup, that love that never fully became real, can become the mirror that reflects what still needs healing within you. In spiritual terms, every relationship is an exchange of energy, a dance of consciousness. When two souls meet, it's never random. There's resonance, chemistry, and karmic purpose. Yet sometimes, that resonance is temporary. It's meant to awaken something in you, not to last forever. The problem is, our human mind clings. It confuses intensity with destiny, attraction with alignment. We want the story to unfold our way. We want the person, the connection, the certainty. But the universe works through energy, not desire. And energy never lies. If you're not meant to be with someone, it's because your frequencies are no longer matching, or because that relationship would keep you from stepping into your higher path. Think of it like a river. You can't swim upstream forever. The current knows where it's going, even when you don't. Fighting it only exhausts you. Surrendering to it, however, brings peace, and eventually, understanding. This is not passive resignation, it's conscious surrender. When the universe blocks a connection, it's not saying you're not enough. It's saying you've learned what you needed from this. That realization shifts everything. Pause for a moment. Ask yourself, what if the person you're missing was never meant to stay, but rather to open a door within you? What if they were the mirror that revealed your shadow, your fears of abandonment, your need for control, your longing to be seen? When we see it that way, heartbreak becomes sacred. It's not the end of love. It's the purification of love. Through loss, we're stripped of illusions. We face ourselves. We learn to love without attachment, not because we don't care, but because we finally understand what love truly is: freedom. If you've been trying to force something that keeps falling apart, take this as a spiritual sign. The energy is speaking. The resistance you feel isn't punishment, it's protection. The universe knows what your mind can't yet accept, that your evolution requires space, silence, and trust. So, breathe. Stop chasing what's running away. Stop questioning your worth because someone couldn't stay. Sometimes love is real but not right. Sometimes the timing is divine but delayed. And sometimes the person you thought was the one is only the catalyst for you to become the one for yourself. If this message resonates with you, pause this video for a second. Take a deep breath. Let it settle. Then, before we continue, I want to invite you, if you're on a journey of self-discovery and healing, to subscribe. Here we explore spirituality, energy, and the psychology of transformation. Each week we dive deeper into the wisdom behind life's most mysterious moments, like this one. Because in truth, every ending hides a beginning. And sometimes the universe closes a door not to punish you, but to protect your purpose. When the universe removes someone from your life, it's not just an external event. It's an internal message. Every emotional disconnection is a form of spiritual communication. The question isn't, why did they leave? But what part of me is now being asked to awaken? We live in a world that glorifies attachment. Movies, songs, and even our own stories tell us that love is about holding on, fighting for someone, proving that we care enough. But spiritual love, the kind that transforms you, teaches something very different. It's not about possession. It's about resonance. And when that resonance fades, clinging becomes suffering. Picture your energy as a frequency, like a radio station. Each thought, emotion, and belief emits a vibration. When you're aligned with someone, you both tune into the same wavelength. But as you grow, your frequency shifts. You start broadcasting on a higher level of awareness, and suddenly the static appears. Conversations feel heavier. The emotional rhythm feels off. What once felt like home begins to feel like a cage. That's when the universe intervenes, not to break you, but to realign you. You see, the universe doesn't care about your comfort. It cares about your evolution. It's constantly guiding you toward wholeness, and sometimes that requires separation. You might think, but I was happy there. And maybe you were. But were you growing? Were you expanding into your full power, or were you shrinking to maintain connection? The truth is that spiritual growth often begins where comfort ends. Let's look at this in a psychological sense. When a relationship ends, it triggers the unconscious. Old wounds resurface. Rejection, abandonment, unworthiness. These emotions are punishments. They were the echoes of your shadow asking to be seen. Jung called this process integration, bringing unconscious material to light so you can reclaim your energy. So, when you're grieving someone, you're not just missing them, you're confronting yourself. You're facing the parts that believed love had to hurt, that connection meant sacrifice, that you weren't whole without another. And through that confrontation, healing begins. This is where the transformation happens, not in finding someone new, but in remembering who you are without needing someone to complete you. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, removes distractions so you can return to your center. Think of it as energetic detox. Every attachment you release frees up space for new alignment, new frequencies, new opportunities, new peace. The pain you feel now is not punishment, it's purification. Like a flame burning away old patterns, the discomfort signals that something inside you is shifting. Here's a metaphor. Imagine your soul as a garden. Every relationship plants a seed. Some grow into flowers, others into weeds. When the universe pulls someone out of your life, it's weeding your inner garden. Painful, yes, but necessary. You can't bloom if the soil is overcrowded. So how do you navigate this process consciously? First, allow yourself to feel. Don't suppress your grief or spiritualize your pain too quickly. Feel it. Cry, rage, journal. Emotions are energy in motion. They need release, not repression. Second, observe your stories. Notice the narratives that arise. I wasn't enough. They were my soulmate. I'll never find this again. Each story reveals an attachment, and each attachment is an opportunity to reclaim your power. Third, return to stillness. The mind will search for explanations, but silence will give you understanding. Meditate, walk, breathe. The message of the universe often comes not in words, but in intuitive knowing. You might discover that the lesson wasn't about losing someone. It was about finding your alignment. You weren't meant to chase love. You were meant to embody it. When you accept that, everything changes. You no longer beg the universe to bring someone back. You start thanking it for guiding you forward. The energy of gratitude replaces the energy of resistance. And suddenly, your path opens again. Sometimes, the person you wanted to spend your life with was only meant to show you what you still needed to heal. Once that purpose is fulfilled, holding on only creates pain. Letting go allows both souls to continue evolving, separately, yet intertwined in spirit. And remember this, the universe never removes without replacing. What's taken away is always followed by something that better matches your vibration, but only after you've released what no longer serves. If you've been through a recent breakup or a silent separation, know this. It's not a failure. It's initiation. You're being invited into a new level of consciousness where love is not attachment, but awareness. Where connection is not dependency, but resonance. Pause here for a moment. Breathe deeply. Feel the energy moving through you. You are not broken. You are being reassembled, stronger, clearer, more aligned with your truth. If this message resonates, drop a comment below. Share how the universe has redirected you before. Your story could be the mirror someone else needs right now. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe, because the next part of this journey dives even deeper into how to trust the process and transform pain into purpose. When you finally accept that the universe doesn't want you to be with someone, something powerful begins to happen. your energy shifts from resistance to alignment. You stop asking, why me, and start asking, what is this teaching me? That change of question opens the door to freedom. Freedom is the hidden gift inside every heartbreak. It's the freedom to choose yourself again, to redirect the love you were giving outward and let it flow inward. And this, truly, is where transformation begins. Let's go deeper. Every soul has a unique energetic blueprint, a frequency that vibrates in harmony with your purpose. When you try to connect with someone whose path no longer aligns with yours, the dissonance grows louder. You may feel anxiety, confusion, or exhaustion. These are not coincidences, they're signals. The universe speaks in energy, not in words. You might dream of that person, see signs everywhere, feel their energy around you, yet no tangible connection remains. This is the paradox of energetic bonds. They teach you detachment through longing. You're being trained to love without holding, to release without resentment, to trust that real love never demands possession. Now, this doesn't mean you should deny your feelings. Love them, honor them, but don't live in them. Energy must flow, not stagnate. And the moment you begin to accept impermanence as part of love, suffering dissolves. Remember, endings are not failures. They are completions. In the same way the moon must wane before it waxes, you too must go through phases of loss to reach fullness. The person who walked away was not the end of your story. They were a chapter designed to prepare you for the next one. Here's how to move through this transformation consciously. 1. Reclaim your energy. Every time your mind drifts toward the past, gently bring it back to the present. Visualize your energy returning to you like light coming home. This is not about forgetting someone. It's about no longer leaking your power into what no longer exists. 2. Practice energetic hygiene. Just as you cleanse your body, cleanse your energy. Journal, meditate, spend time in nature, disconnect from digital noise. These practices clear emotional residue and open new energetic space. 3. Learn the art of surrender. Surrender doesn't mean giving up. It means aligning with the flow. Trust that the universe is wiser than your plans. When you stop forcing outcomes, you allow miracles to occur. You stop chasing and start attracting. 4. Turn pain into purpose. Ask yourself, what can I create from this? Pain becomes sacred when it fuels growth. Some of the greatest art, wisdom, and compassion in the world have been born from heartbreak. Use your experience as a bridge to deeper empathy and connection with others. 5. Open your heart again, consciously. Once healing begins, it's easy to close off, to say, never again. But love is the essence of who you are. Don't let past wounds define your future openness. When you've healed enough to love from wholeness rather than need, that's when true connection appears. Effortlessly, beautifully, divinely timed. The universe never leaves you empty-handed. It replaces what's lost with what's aligned. But alignment requires space, and that's why letting go is sacred. You cannot receive with clenched fists. Now imagine this. You're walking through a forest after a storm. The ground is wet, the air still humming with thunder's memory. The trees look wounded, branches scattered, leaves fallen. But look closer. The soil is richer now, nourished by the rain. That's you. The storm was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to cleanse you. That's the mystery of divine timing. You may not see the purpose today, but one day you'll look back and realize that losing someone was the exact moment you found yourself. You'll notice the signs of growth, a calmer mind, a deeper intuition, a newfound ability to stand alone without feeling lonely. You'll start attracting people who meet you on this new frequency, those who match your healed energy rather than your wounds. And when that happens, love will feel different. It won't feel like obsession or chasing or waiting. It will feel like peace, like coming home, not to another person, but to your own soul. So if you're watching this and your heart still aches, know this. It's okay to grieve, but don't forget to grow. Let the pain polish you, not poison you. Let it become the fire that forges your strength, the silence that deepens your wisdom, the mirror that reflects your light. Because in truth, the universe didn't take someone away from you. It brought you back to yourself. And when you truly embody that, you stop seeing endings as losses. You see them as divine recalibrations. Your soul knows the way. Trust it. Trust the pauses, the redirections, the delays. Every no from the universe hides a greater yes that's still unfolding. Take one last deep breath. Feel the space that's opening in your chest. That's your freedom expanding. And in that freedom, new love will find you. A love that matches your vibration, honors your evolution, and doesn't need to be forced. If this message spoke to you, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. Leave a comment with the word alignment so I know you're claiming your healing. And if you're ready to keep growing, subscribe, because we're just getting started on this journey of awakening, energy, and transformation. Remember, the universe never denies what's meant for your soul. It simply delays or redirects until you're ready to receive.